Harper Audio presents My Dad's a Policeman by Cathy Glass, read by Denica Fairman. Chapter 1. My dad's a policeman, and it can land me in trouble. Take last week, for example. A kid on our estate shouted, "Your dad ain't a policeman! You're a bastard, same as the rest of us!" So I hit him, not hard, but enough to send him crying to his mother, who called the police. "Oh, Ryan," my mum sighed, exhausted, when she opened the front door 2 hours later to find the police there. "Whatever have you done now?" At that moment, I really regretted hitting that kid. Not because he hadn't deserved it. No one says things about my dad and gets away with it. But because of the look on Mum's face. She was so sad I thought she was going to burst into tears, and I knew it was my fault. She didn't need more trouble from me, not with everything she had to cope with. "I'm sorry, Mum," I said as she let the 2 officers into the hall. "Some kid got to me with something he said about my dad." "But Ryan, you've never known your father. Why do you pretend you do and make up things about him?" I shrugged, looked at the ground, and felt pretty small. "Say sorry to the police," she said. "Then tomorrow you can apologise to the boy." "I'm sorry," I said to the 2 officers. "I promise it won't happen again." But I knew from the glance they exchanged my apology wasn't going to be enough this time. I'd said sorry to them when I'd been in trouble before and then got into more trouble. I also knew that if the police told social services that I'd been in trouble again, it would be my fault if my brother and I ended up in care. "It's not your fault," the social worker said. This was a week later, and she was smiling at me over her Ted Baker half-rimmed glasses. "Even without that incident with the boy or the fire last night, the situation could not have carried on. All the agencies involved in your case feel it's in your and your brother's best interests to come into care for a while. It will give your mother a chance to sort herself out. She's had quite a lot to cope with, and this decision will help her." I stared at the social worker. She's called Sarah Duffy, but Mum and me have nicknamed her Duffy for short. I didn't say anything. I knew if I said what was in my head, it would make things even worse. Her comment about my mum sorting herself out had really bugged me. Plus, I was cross at the suggestion Mum would do better without my brother and me living with her. You can't talk to social workers. They listen, but they don't hear. My mum had tried talking to social services, and look where it got her. "I do understand how you must be feeling, Ryan," Duffy continued. She spoke in the same patronising, deadbeat tone. "But age 12, you are a minor and need to be looked after." She gave a funny little sniff, which made her glasses twitch, then waited for me to agree. I hoped she found my silence unsettling or even menacing. Social workers love to talk, and Duffy could talk for England. I know. I've listened to her rabbiting on to Mum. "So there's nothing for you to worry about," she said after a while. "I'll take you to your foster home shortly, then I'll call round and see your Mum and get some of your things. If I've got time this evening, I'll bring your things to you. If not, I'll bring them first thing in the morning." Duffy smiled and sniffed again. Then she looked at the folder she had open on the table. I wondered how old Sarah Duffy was and if she was married with kids of her own. I tried to picture her kissing her old man or even having sex, but my imagination didn't stretch that far. "Your foster carer is called Libby," she said, reading from a printout. "I don't know her myself, but I'm sure she's a very nice lady. It says here that she has looked after lots of boys your age. You'll have your own room and plenty to eat. If you have any worries, you can ask her or phone me. I'll give you the number to call before we leave." She looked at me and waited again. I had the urge to smack her silly face, not just for what she was doing to me, but for what she was doing to my mum. I knew my mum would be gutted when they told her my brother and me had been taken from school into care. My mum often says my brother and me are the only reason she carries on living, and now Duffy was taking us away. "Where's Tommy?" I asked at last, speaking for the first time since I'd come into her office. "Your brother is
Sample complete. Ready to continue?